These are the Brum Tech Scene interviews. I'm Stuart Langridge, and I'm here talking to Chris Clarke, who's CTO of Talis. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
So, what's Talis is the first question.
Well, Talis today is an edtech software business. We're not quite a startup. We were started in around 2009. We're now about 30 people, and we've got some revenue. So I think we're stretching the definition of startup maybe a little bit, but it's kind of a good description for how we operate and our ethos, really. We make learning and teaching software for universities. About half the universities in the UK use one or more of our products. It's kind of software as a service stuff, so we run it all on behalf of the customer, and they kind of rent time on the system. Just started up in Australia. We've got a few customers there, one in China, some others in various places around the globe. So next world domination, I think. So.
Why are you in Birmingham? This is not a complaint, to be clear.
No, not at all. I think there's an element of history to that. So Talis was originally, way back, many incarnations ago, was a project at Birmingham University in the 60s, late 60s, to mechanise the library card catalogue that existed at Birmingham University. So they had a lot of library cards that were manual, and they wanted to catalogue their library system. So they created a project, as universities do, to do that. They put a mainframe in the basement at the Birmingham University Library. Other university libraries thought it was a good idea, so a cooperative business was formed that over the years became the market-leading library automation and back-office system. Up till about 1999, it was known by a completely different name, but their main product was Talis. I can't remember quite what the acronym stands for, but it was their main product, and it was a mainframe product, and it was a mini computer product, and it was a client-server PC product, up to a Windows-style GUI into the 90s. And around 99, it was turned into a limited company rather than a cooperative. At that point, it was the UK market-leading in both academic and public libraries, like back-office software for running a library. That business actually continues today. It's today owned by Capita, who bought it off us back in 2011, I believe. One of the other businesses that we were pursuing at that time was learning technology software, which is Talis Education, which is the business Talis has today. So we are in Birmingham because we were a product of Birmingham University, and that's the history.
I say, describe what Talis is, but it's hard to imagine there's anyone who's even peripherally involved with the tech scene in Birmingham who doesn't know what Talis is already, because you're alarmingly visible, much more so than a lot of other firms. People are. Talis people are always at hackdays giving talks. Mm-hmm. The firm sponsors various things and so on. Yeah. This is a very good thing. And why do you consider that to be important? The kind of shallow answer to that is that we want to recruit people, we want to attract more people to work at Talis, but I think there's a wider reason for that, and I think there's an emerging tech scene in Birmingham that we need to kind of be careful, as we're responsible as people who work here, to kind of nurture that, if you like. And I think really that Birmingham is only going to become a more attractive place for more people to come work at Talis or Whisk or any of the other startups, Hobsy or anywhere else, if we all kind of work together and kind of really work on making it an attractive place to be. And that means interesting things going on, talks, working together to make Birmingham more of a vibrant hub. A lot of the stuff that you're doing here, again, contributes to that. And we could all plug away doing our own thing, but I think we're actually stronger as a community doing things together. So that's why we're always really happy to go and talk, sponsor local conferences. We sponsored Hackference this year, which was a local kind of hacking conference put on by Mike Ellsmore, which was a great little conference in its second year. And I think we just need to work hard to make Birmingham an attractive place to be. We've got a lot of competition from Silicon Roundabout and Manchester, and I think we need to kind of come together, and I think it's great to see we've got like 40 meetups now going on in Birmingham, Silicon Canal. I think close to 50 now, actually.
Yeah.
So there are lots and lots of things going on.
Yeah, so I think we need to kind of, I can see that, I know everyone wants to recruit more people, like seeing more people moving here all the time from London and everywhere else. I think we just need to continue working at it, really.
This is brilliant news. Is there anything that you'd like to see happen that isn't happening?
Good question. I think we probably just need to get a little bit more coordinated so it's quite often that I'll go to meetups and something else really interesting for the same audience is happening the same night. But I think, we are getting there. So I think that would be good. I think I saw there was a bit of a gap for tech founders and kind of CTOs in terms of a place to kind of meet up and I think as Simon Jenner called it, cry into our beers. So I kind of decided to start up with Dave from Whisk the tech exec meetups, which we're doing. I think we've done 3 now. We've got another one in February. So I think that was a bit of a gap for me personally. But I think apart from that, we're pretty well covered with kind of if you're a Rubyist or into PHP or just into general tech. There's something pretty much 2 or 3 meetups a week now that you could go to if you wanted to, or if you just want to generally meet people. There's kind of poker nights and all kinds of stuff going on. So I think we're quite well covered there.
The tech exec meetups. Where does someone find out about those? Assuming that there are plenty of tech CTOs watching this now thinking, that sounds great, I'd like to cry into my beer as well.
I think we've got about 20, 25, 30 people signed up to the group now. It's on meetup.com if you search for Tech Execs Birmingham. I don't think we've got the next one posted there, but we hope to kind of later this week. We're just kind of finalising, what we're definitely going to do another one in February. It's going to be actually based on recruitment and how we might go about it. So just come find us on meetup.com.
There are plenty of companies in the city who do technology stuff, but working with them is nothing exciting.
Yeah.
Talis is some kind of amazing, fantastic bat cave for tech people. Having just had a tour around the office.
Yeah.
It's full of whizzy things. I mean, can you describe not only some of them because they're cool, but why you think that sort of thing's important to do?
Well, I think interesting devs want to work on interesting stuff. Not everything we do is whiz bang, cutting edge, and brand new. We have to kind of keep the lights on as well. But I think I think the environment we have here is that we don't worship any particular tech altar. So we kind of generally want to go after polyglot style programmers, and if there's a new technology or an existing technology that does the job better than what we're using, we'll look into it. I mean, we're not kind of one thing or the other in terms of not a PHP shop or anything like that. But I think we're kind of the best tool to get the job done. In terms of kind of the stuff we've got going on around the office and doing interesting things, one of the things we like to do about 4 times a year, we have company-wide hack events. This is not just developers, it's actually product managers, support guys, sales guys, if they happen to be in the office, anyone can get involved, the finance director if he fancies having a go on a project. And basically we have 2-day hack events where we pitch ideas beforehand. And the only rule is that you can't work solo on a hack. You have to find someone else who is interested enough to work on your project with you. And that kind of weeds out all of the pets. Well, I don't like how our build server works, so I'm just going to change it. Or I'm going to do this feature the product manager wouldn't let me do, so I'm just going to do that. So it kind of weeds that out. So we kind of get just interesting stuff. So some of the ones we did recently, we've got Milkmaid, which Russ, one of our developers, was fed up of going to the fridge and finding there was no milk after he'd made his cup of tea. So we decided to make a Milkmaid monitor that lives in our fridge, monitors the weight of the milk bottle via a pressure pad, and then transmits via Raspberry Pi back to our HipChat and also out onto the web the level of milk in our fridge, and it informs us when it's time to go to the shop because there's nearly no milk left. Also tells you when you've left the milk out of the fridge as well. And if you go to status.talis.com, we actually wired it into there recently, so you can go and check the live status of the milk in our fridge. If you're so inclined to do so. So that was one that was really good and really popular. Another one that I didn't get to show you actually was the Wild West Who Broke the Build poster reward thing. I don't think that's the official title, but basically we had...
you need to work on the naming.
We had a dressing up box of Wild West gear. KG, our product manager, took a photo of everyone in the company dressed up in various kind of Wild West poses with hats on and stuff. And then we linked it into our build server, and if you break a build at Talis, a wanted poster appears on the TV screen with your mugshot on and a reward notice. So the reward is basically based on how many tests you've broken and how long they've been broken for. I think I had the highest award at £6 million. There was a project that when we first fired it up, my mugshot came straight up, and there was a bill that I'd broken 3 months ago that we were there. So I was scolded, and yeah. So other things.
But at a previous firm, we had a thing called the critical path rat, which was this awful ceramic statue of a cartoon rat. And if you were the person holding everyone else up, it sat there on top of your monitor. And so everyone could look and know you were the person, and everyone was obviously desperate to get rid of this hideous statue.
Ominous looming.
I know, amazing social engineering technique, which is worth, more than 1,000 wagging fingers of disapproval from the Scrum Master. It was.
But I think they're a great opportunity to kind of try out new things, work with people that maybe you don't work with every day, solve practical problems around the office, like the milkmaid. They're fun, but I think they kind of really promote trying out really kind of new stuff that maybe you don't want to put into the product just yet. So that there is a kind of serious side to that.
Gives people a chance to experiment with, and you get a chance to experiment with new technologies and stuff like that without necessarily saying, "Hey, we've rolled it into mainline products. Is that a problem?"
Yeah, of course.
You can see that absolutely. So, I'm doing a series of these interviews, as you know. Who else do you think there is in Birmingham who I should talk to?
Well, I think you've been doing a great job with these interviews so far. It's making this question really difficult to answer. So I see you've spoken to 383, Simon Jenner, and what he's doing with Oxygen, and obviously Silicon Canal, and all of that stuff. I think you should get over to the guys at Whisk, either Nick or Dave, David, the CTO over there. That would be a good next step, I think.
Excellent, and I've been meaning to talk to Whisk for quite a while. Actually, they're a fairly headline obvious style of doing
definitely.
Things. We've got given there are lots of things going on, they're almost as much part of it as you are.
I would say, I mean, obviously I've been to loads of meetups over there.
Yeah.
Didn't they host poker and stuff over there?
And they did the Birmingham JS meetings as well.
Yes, I've been to one of those. Very good. Yeah,
they were
by
cool,
Jack's
things, which are excellent.
Yeah, they are.
Hope he restarts those now. And a final question for you: what's your favourite biscuit?
Ooh, I'd say a stem ginger cookie.
Ooh, executive. Normally we'll make things like custard creams or whatever. Stem
it's
ginger
an artisan biscuit.
It is artisanal biscuits. That's what we need.
Above my station, maybe.
Birmingham's all gentrified and everything now. They've got pretty
it's
offices
a
here.
hipster biscuit, maybe.
You ate stem ginger before it was cool. I see. So, from here in the Talis building, next to the Commodore meeting room, which is very, very excellent indeed. Thank you very much, Chris Clarke.
Thank you.